Hey everybody, Engineered Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode I built a lot of track in a little half episode. In the last full episode, we built this dispenser here for the Hemet to get some iron. I'm actually back here because we ran out of material. So I ran out of iron building all of those track sections. So this guy is full of iron ore again. So we're going to go ahead and take him back to base and get some more iron because evidently my track design is super expensive. Although I like the look of it, I probably should have done a different material other than those blast doors because it uses a lot. We're gonna go ahead and head back to base and start building on the factory. Oh, that's pretty cool though, seeing that track there in the distance. All right, I did take all of the material out of the base as well, so all the cobalt and stuff that it got from the stone. That's good. Looks like maybe I need to pull forward just a bit. Alright, well in the last little half episode I was doing the monorail testing, and this angle here, the 6-degree angle, is a little bit sharp, and I wish it was a little bit calmer. So over here on this previous section I went ahead and took out, I think the bend was right here, so I went ahead and took out a section before and a section after, and now I've got just one upright in between, so each one of those is at 3 degrees. So we'll probably end up doing that eventually over here. We'll cut it off right there, and then cut it off right there, and then we'll add that section back in there. But of course it doesn't quite perfectly align, so getting the hinge to snap into place and work, I had to use a little bit of a merge block finagling, so we'll get those done eventually, but it's really just that curve, and we should be good, because for the most part this should remain straight as we go, and obviously we can put in a curve whenever we want at 3 degrees, and we should be fine. Alright, I'd like to thank my newest member, that one British Gamer. If you'd like to join, there should be a button down below. Otherwise, let's go see who won the giveaway. Alright, first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I did not think I'd ever reach 5,000 subscribers, let alone this quickly. So, when I started out, I was just doing videos that I thought was interesting for me and maybe like 100 people. So, I really appreciate all the support. Alright, so we had 303 entries for SE2 or wanted both. And then we had 107 entries for SE1 or both. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the SE2 as kind of like a grand prize winning, because it seems to be what people are interested in most. That way, in case that person is wanting both, we can eliminate them from the SE1 contention. And also, you know, if we drew 5 people out of SE1, that would draw them out of contention for SE2, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to draw SE2 first, and then we'll do the SE1 5 copies. All right, so random number generator from 1 to 303, we have number 67. All right, well, it looks like number 67 did not want a copy of SE1, so that doesn't mess with the number for these 5 giveaways. So we're going to pick some random numbers between 1 and 107. Let's get 5 of them. All right, so we got number 63, number 5, 27, 76, and 17. All right, congratulations to everyone who won. I will email you out, make sure it's legit, and then I will send you the Steam key. Otherwise, we'll draw new winners. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this episode, I want to get working on this factory building. We need to get it filled in and not a dirt floor. So we'll start with the floor first, see if we can get the welder in there. We might use the Lobster or the Langoustine, probably the Lobster, because its arms can angle down. So we'll see what we can do there. So let me get just a bunch of steel plate and we'll start filling in the floor. All right, well, the Lobster is uncomfortably full of material right now. So we're going to take it real slow, especially on the descent. He does not have a lot of lift. Yep, I just pushed down once and he just kind of drifts forever. So we're going to see how much of this we can get welded up. He's just full of steel plates and metal grid. All right, well, I went ahead and colored it, but I ran out of metal grid about right there at that red line, and then we've got steel plate there, so I've got to produce more. I had that guy completely full of metal grid and steel plate, so let's make some more, I guess. How much iron ore do we have left? Still have 225 in the large cargo container, so hopefully we can get some stuff done here. While welding with this lobster here, he was so overloaded, hardly getting any power, and I was thinking about it. I don't use this hopper or this collector here. We use it, you know, on the bins, but we don't need it for the lobster. Oh, that's a problem though. I do have an event controller and my gyros, because I was thinking I could replace this area right here with a battery and another set of batteries, so we need to move the gyros. Those can go right there, that's easy enough. Alright, that's fine. We'll put the event controller right there, and then we'll put the action relay back right here. That should be fine. Alright, so the action relay was just set to 95 to close the garage door, and that was it, so that's pretty easy, and we'll just put it back here on the toolbar. There we go, that's working. Now we have control of our door. Alright, and then the action relay, all it was doing was when the cockpit was, when we leave the cockpit, we want to turn off the welders. Yeah, group of welders, we'll turn those off. We'll have to get the grinders on, and we'll add those as well to the second page when we switch them out, but basically just so I don't weld my own face. That's pretty easy. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. There we go. I do have batteries on my toolbar, and we can actually get them in here, so that's really good news too. I wasn't sure if it was gonna like conflict with the bottom plates down there, which look like they need to be welded since we're here. I don't want to replace those with heavy armor. Occasionally we get some damage. It's mostly just from my lack of landing ability. Alright, let's make sure we get that added to the battery group, and then we should be good. Let's go ahead and connect and charge it up. Alright, there we go. Now we should have a lot more power. And I also realized I didn't have an antenna, so we've got an antenna on here. Yeah, that'll work. This looks a little boring now, but that's fine. Man, what a difference welding up heavy armor versus light armor. I got pretty much this entire foundation done and didn't empty out the lobster at all, so... yeah, that's a thing. Now I want to go ahead and add a floor down here, so let's go ahead and just get this placed in here, and I don't know if we're going to have to manually do this one or if we can get the lobster in here. That should be fine. We're connected on enough parts of the grid. Alright, well, looks like I need to bring this guy back in order to get the blocks placed, so let's go ahead and do that. Shouldn't scrape across, we should be fine. And then the event controller should be off, so they shouldn't bounce back, hopefully. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I can get the lobster in there to get most of that, I think. So, we'll just keep continuing on. All right, there we go. We got the floor welded up. Now we can actually get to the fun stuff. All right, I want to put some vertical supports in here, so I'm going to use some beam blocks. Let's go ahead and use... yeah, I think facing it this way will be better. Definitely put one there and one here where that pillar is. And then, of course, we're going to be off-centered because we've got an even number here. So do we want any more? No, probably not. We'll probably have that. That's good. Yeah, so I think we'll put a beam support across this way. Which means we need to take that out, and that needs to be a beam block end. There we go. I wonder if I should replace those with beam blocks now that I look at it. It's hollow back there, but that's okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now I can get rid of those and put them back up there. Let's see, I should have catwalks on one of these. There we go. There we go. Like it never even happened. Yeah, I think we'll do 45, so we'll do them here. We'll do it like this. I don't know why I'm in the orange color. And then it means this guy needs to be a cross. What do they call that one? Just a junction. There we go. Yeah, that'll be a junction, and then we've got our 45s. Alright, now I want to figure out the overhead door. I'm thinking we'll have a piston door, so I'm wondering if we can get away with... that's a little too close. I'm tempted to place it like this, but I feel like that's a little too close to those... Yeah, that's too close to those welders, so we'll go up a block. And here, 2 should be enough, I think. Shouldn't be holding a lot of weight. Alright, there we go. Let's see, before we get too far, let's extend these guys out and see how far they reach. Oh wow, they reach a lot further than I thought they were going to. I'm an idiot. Now they're going to fight each other. Alright, so I think we'll attach a half block between these two. I think that'll be the route to go. So let's just do these slopes like this. I'll need to adjust it. 7.5 is not quite right. Alright, well 7.3 is not quite enough, but that's okay. We'll figure it out exact later. Alright, then what I'm thinking is that we'll put these flat plates along here on the top, and then we'll just extend the roof out, I don't know, maybe half slabs or something that'll go out like this. Okay, so that would go over the top like that, and then this would be the normal roof. I don't know if we would do something like that, maybe? I don't know. Alright, and then if we reverse the roof, let's see how that looks when it retracts. Let's see, I don't want it to retract all the way because it's going to hit the other one as it comes back, so we only want to come about halfway. Or we open one roof at a time. I guess that's the other side of it. Alright, let's do a half block retraction here and see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work pretty good. And then we can come in here, let's reverse it again, see what that looks like. I think we still needed this full block here, right? No, here we could actually get away with a half block as well. We just did this. How does that look? Let's get this welded up so we can actually see it. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I like that. And then we can occasionally come across with, you know, like struts or something with the beam blocks to kind of look like it's supporting it. I think that'll be good. And then we can like paint this guy yellow or something on the edge. I guess that could be. Maybe a hazard? What does that look like? That's not bad. This is gonna look terrible because these never match up. Oh, no, they actually do. Okay, well, we'll do those hazards. That'll be good. Yeah, I like it. We'll dial in the gap a little bit nicer than that, but yeah, this will work. This will work great. I'll have a little bit of exposure here with this piston here, but I kind of like it. All right, well, I'm looking up here, and we might as well use these half slabs. We'll put in some solar panels and give some, well, energy, but really more just character to the building, I think is better. Yeah, that'll be good. Fits in there pretty well. I don't know if I need to have support struts in there or not. I think we might just leave it just like that. Yeah, there we go. I like it. That's pretty good. I don't know if the color of the roof is going to be black. It probably will not be. Probably more of the white or something, or the orange color. Alright, well I need a bunch of steel plate, and I will get the rest of this looking just like this section. All right, I think that looks pretty good. There was a comment on the paint job that, you know, I did like solid orange over here with a white stripe, and then I continued on the rest of the buildings being white with the orange as the accent, and somebody was saying it'd be cool if I inverted the colors, and I'm obviously not going to go back and repaint everything in the base, but I thought I would try it over here and do primary orange, and then maybe we'll put a white stripe or something in there. I think that'll be good. Because yeah, I had it in white, and it is just awfully bright without anything to like contrast it, so maybe we can put you know, some type of stripe design, maybe like a double here and a single like that or something across. That might be okay. And we'll, you know, put various stripes around. I'm not sure exactly yet. But we could also maybe put in like numbers. No, not really. All right, so I think I like the idea. We'll have this guy primarily orange with some white stripes. We'll see how it looks in the end, but it worked out pretty good. And then, interestingly enough, I was going to do a merge block to connect these two sections together, but it just allows me to slide past each other. All right, so we only have like one piston per door section here, because these guys slide right past each other. So as long as they're, you know, in sync with each other, it'll look like one door. I don't have to worry about merge blocks or conflicting angles, any of that type of stuff. So we just have one piston for one door section, and that works out pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. Definitely needs something to break it up though, because that is a lot of orange. But when I did it the other way, it was a lot of white. So also just had the thought of putting in some windows. Could we get away with like some of these? We could put maybe some like half windows or something on, or maybe we could just do some glass for some panels, like some skylights. That might be good. Let me extend these doors again. I want to see if we can get some skylights in here with just some glass. All right, and then instead of those windows, could we get away with the bay windows? Can those stick on there? All right, yeah, these guys will lay up here. That looks pretty good, assuming they'll still slide. All right, yeah, I think that'll help break it up a lot, instead of just this being a giant panel. So we'll definitely cut out some of these sections and we'll put in some bay windows. And I will redo that stripe because we don't want it where the window is. All right, there we go. That looks a lot better. I like it. I don't know if I should paint those. No, I think I'll keep them black, the pistons. I was thinking about making them orange, but I kind of like it that way. It seems to work out okay, and then we've got plenty of natural light coming through, so that's cool. And then it should, in theory, work. I've tested a couple doors already. Let's go ahead and press the button again. Okay, 3 out of the 4 doors want to close. I don't know what's going on with these. Who's holding it up? Maybe all of them? Alright, it appears changing this number is the key here, so we're going to change it to 100,000, and we'll see how it does. Alright, well that seems to be working by turning that non-axis value up, so it hasn't stuck yet since changing that value, so I think we're good, so I'll go ahead and just keep building on the other end here. Okay, well I thought I started the recording, but I did get this roof section done over here, and then we've got a catwalk here in the center that I think looks pretty good. Can't really go out any more than that because these doors come all the way over here and just stop right here. I think I changed the distance to like 0.1 instead of 0. So they're pretty much tucked in as far as they can. And then we've got this catwalk that goes across, and obviously we can't cross this way because we need the opening to be able to get the rail out of there. And then right now I'm just trying to determine the ribs on the side. I'm basically just copying this. I still haven't patched up that hole from when I conveyed material over here. That's alright. Just trying to work out how these pillars are going to go, because it's an even number, so I'm basically just following what we had for the rail sections there. So it's 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, and then this one is 3, 2, 3, just because that's the way that laid out. We're going to live with it. Alright, there we go. I think something like that. We'll have to break up the wall inside section. Maybe we'll have some windows or something in there. And the pipe works, obviously, like we have over here. Still have a temporary pipe in there. I really need to figure out our plumbing system and get it working properly. And we'll carry these angles down like we had on the other side. Just in case, we'll hook it up there just so we don't disconnect our piston, because that would be super tragic. I may pipe underground with this pipe now that I see it. Let's see, we don't want these ones to go all the way up. There we go. That looks pretty good. It's going to be a really big building. I'm thinking about taking out this row, and that's where we're going to put our pipe works. It's going to be a ton of large steel tubes. It's going to be kind of a pain. Alright, let's grab a whole bunch of interior plate and start getting this stuff laid out. Let's see, I did those pipeworks, yeah, pretty much around. So let's go ahead and do that again. Let's go ahead and put the pipeworks around. I'm going to do every other like I normally do, so this is going to take a bit to place. Alright, work smarter, not harder. I went ahead and put some welders on the back side of this, so I'm hoping we can actually just use this. So let's go ahead and turn our event controllers on. We just want to go manually turn those guys on. Hopefully it'll start welding all of this stuff up, because those pipeworks take a lot of steel tubes and stuff, and that'll really fill up the welder. So we won't do the whole start sequence because it's going to try to suck in and, you know, weld the track, so we don't want to do that. So we'll see how much of this stuff we can get welded up with this guy. Alright, let's take that one out and swap it over to this side. I think technically it would hit that, yeah, it is going to hit that one, isn't it? Alright, well that's working for the most part. We can just manually weld up this guy. Alright, that worked out beautifully. Love it. Okay. Let's have to come back through and put a bunch of caps on. We'll probably do the same thing on the bottom here, depending on what we figure out with the wall. Oh, that's interesting. It welded up the middle section, but not those. That's alright. Alright, the rest of this we can definitely get with the welder ship. It's just steel plate after that, so that's easy enough. Alright, well let me continue on with that, and we'll probably have to do this section with the welding ship, but the other side we can get done. And I dropped off all my interior plate. Alright, I think it's coming along pretty good. I just gotta figure out what I want to do here with these walls. I'm thinking about windows, but probably just fill it in here. We won't have like a window on the ground level, because that would be insecure. Unsecure? Alright, so I'm thinking full walls between the two spaces, and then the ones that have three, we'll think about putting some windows in. I should really turn off those pistons. Let's see, we should be able to go in here and do the on-off. If I start it, then stop it, it should go into stop mode. Okay, good. Yep, it stops. Right, there we go. Something like that. We got a 3 space and a 3 space there. Maybe we'll make this a solid wall then too. Here. And then this middle one as well. I'm out of steel plate. Wow, I don't have much steel plate left. I think it's all in the Lobster that I just left up on the roof. Okay, let's make some more steel plate. I'm wondering if we should put in these big fans as like big coolers for these welders. Or like exhaust or something. That might look okay. That doesn't screw with that, right? I mean, it's not like it's gonna go... It placed it, I guess, so we get that going for us. Yeah, I think we'll do these like big industrial fans that's exhausting the weld heat out or something. I mean, it's Mars, there's not much heat on it. It's a pretty cold planet. I don't think we really need them, but it'll break up the wall. Okay, let's go ahead and get that welded up. I think I only have steel plates inside the Lobster here, but at least we'll get the steel plate welded up, and then we'll grab some motors and other things. Little bit of a tight squeeze in here. I'll have to go through the other side and do the paint job, I think. Those white stripes didn't really work out on the sides, but I think it looks good on the top. Alright, well I wasn't planning on giving Survival Bob any competition, but I guess we got a giant orange box now, so that's a thing. Well, I got this end of the building done. I just went ahead and put a flat panel on this side. It definitely needs something. I'm thinking maybe we'll put some like hydrogen tanks out here or something, I don't know. Just to kind of break it up. Otherwise it's a really boring side. I mean, I guess I could put some type of pillars or something. It needs something to break it up, but I don't know what yet. I'm not really inspired right now, and I kind of want to work on this end or the interior is what I'm kind of thinking of. Well, I just realized putting lighting in here is going to be a real challenge because we got half slabs on the roof there, and those obviously can't have lights because they'll slide by. We could put lights right here in the center pillar. That doesn't really light up the room by any means. I mean, I guess we could put corner lights and maybe some lights here. Let's see what the floodlights look like, maybe. All right, well, the sun is kind of shining through, you know, these windows and the fans and stuff. That's really cool. I like that. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the spotlights. It kind of lights it up. I don't know if it's going to be too much. I know when you get a little too much spotlights, it can be a little finicky. And I guess I don't know how to attach over here, now that I say that. Because if I have these over here, I can't attach them. Let's see. It's in line with the skylight, so I'd want it like right... All right, let me stop that so I stop getting welded to death. Let's see. The spotlight would go here, and so it would need to attach to that, which I really don't want to redo all of our piping here, or not our piping, but our beam blocks. I really don't want to redo all our beam blocks. So I'm thinking maybe we'll get some, not the paneling, some of the neon tubes, and we'll have some wiring going across. I think that'll be cool. So we'll do like this, and we'll do it in like the black. Let's go black. Like that. Yeah, that'll be good. So then we can have some wiring. We'll come down the wall or something, or maybe we'll come down here, or in between the stripe. That might be a good place for it. Oh, these guys are getting caught up on these deals here. So we do need to make the zero distance a little bit different. These these extension positions need to be different. It's right at 4 meters, and we have a max of 5. So we need to change that because of those thrusters. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Or we'll have to change the zero position, maybe. No, that's fine. When it gets out there, that's really good. It's still in between, and so the same should be for... Nope, that one's all the way out here. Yeah, we'll just change them all to 4. That's fine. That's really not that bad of a extension there. And it still gives us gap here to pick it up with the crane. Yeah, so we'll run across this pillar here. Where is number 1 tube? There it is. This will come up like that. We didn't have a light there, right? Nope. Yeah, this will work out really good. All right, let's turn the lights on so we can actually see. Let's see, it's 1, 2 over. Yes, so I want that to be a junction. And then we should be able to put in our spotlight. Yeah, that's going to work really good. Okay, I like it. I will continue on with this. Alright, that looks really good. I like it. Okay, we got some good lighting in here, and the cabling is going all the way across. So that looks really good. I wasn't sure if I wanted to wrap it around this wall or not. I just ended it for now. Not going to do the whole other side, I guess. So they are in line with the skylights, so that worked out pretty good too. Alright, let me continue on building the cabling so we can get some lighting. Alright, now that the beams of light are crossing over into each other, it looks even better. Yeah, I like that a lot. Now my question is here, when we are... Well, when we're fully in, the welders are only there, so I'm thinking we can get away with... actually, let's retract one in and we'll know. Alright, and then we've got our pistons welding across here, so we've actually got room... Yeah, we do. Okay. Alright, so I think I want to put some catwalks in here. I want to put them in like this, and then we'll have our railing. There it is. Have a railing across like that, another one across like this, and then we can get away with a walkway across. Apparently not. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. Alright, well I have been really busy. I got a lot of railings and stuff done down here. I think it looks really good. These guys still have all the clearance they need. We can get down here to service them if we need to. So everything is clearanced. We can't really get around it right now while it's off, but we can get up and around and go to the next section. This back wall back here is still really boring. We need something to break that up. I'm not sure what, but yeah, I think this looks really cool. Right, I guess the next thing we need to work on is access to our Tarde Grande. So it's going to have this pressurized hallway, and then we get out here and go to the pad. So let's just put in some doors, I guess. I guess we'll have that door there. We'll put the alcove on the inside here, so Han Solo has some place to hide while he hacks into us. We'll make this one fairly wide. Let's do it too wide. Let's see. We just make it boring and put walls? Probably. And I did make this white on the inside. Do I make it orange now to match the rest of the box, or... Still feel like white is probably the answer. That looks weird now that I see that. I was paying attention too much to the inside of having that Pipeworks here for this, but that looks awfully strange now on the outside. I guess that needs to be just a block.
Full.
You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna have it drop to the floor. You know what we need is definitely more decoration blocks that are 45 degrees. I think the only one that I know of is like this one. This inset wall diagonal. There's really not much else for a diagonal interior block. I mean, I know you can use kind of that, but Alright, I'm looking at it here, and I feel like we're wasting way too much space. I've got to figure out something to do with this dead area, whether it's warehouse or racking or something, or some type of interior space, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm thinking I'm just going to cut the building short. I'm just going to cut right here. We're going to have the building stop just one block over from this, so it matches the other side. And then we'll just have this, like, little jet out here for the control tower, and that will be fine. And then we'll carry that bridge, I guess, across further until it still attaches. It'll just be separated from the building. I think that will be fine. I guess we could move that out a little bit further. It's already built, though, and it's already in the foundation, so I probably won't redo it. We'll probably just carry that all the way through, and it'll connect to that door. I think that'll be fine. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so let me start cutting all of this stuff away, and then we'll come back when we just have the tower. Alright, so we'll carry the wall down here. I'll redo the foundation when I get the Lobster to do it, I feel. I guess it'll just be flat across there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll just take this piping out, because we don't really need the windows anymore. Or do we keep them? Alright, so here would be this. The pipeworks will go across like that. So we'll just smack those on there, I guess. And our pipes will go across like that. Same with on the other side. But I think here for the bridge, we'll just put these windows on. I think that'll be good. Yeah, there we go. Now it's sealed, because if we had the 45 across, you'd see that, like, weird gap around it. I think it would technically be airtight, but it would definitely look strange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the tower so far. I feel like we may need to get this welded up. We're probably going to need some windows in here. Ow. Alright, I want to try something for the windows here. I want to put in these blocks and kind of have it jut out like we have in other areas. They're normally orange, but we're going to go with it. Alright, let's squeeze in here and get this guy welded up real quick and see what it looks like. Am I going to be able to fit? Oh yeah. I'm just not as close as I thought I was. I don't want to weld up any of the pipe works. I did not get enough material for that, but let's get at least this bottom section welded up. Yeah, it looks okay, I guess. I feel like it's too close. Maybe I should have moved one over. Like, should this guy be here? I feel like maybe that should be here. Alright. Yeah. That looks a lot better. Alright, I think I only have glass, construction components, and steel in here, but we'll get as much stuff welded up as possible. It's just taking our construction components. Alright, we'll just manually transfer from there into the Lobster. That should be enough. Beautiful. Alright, I'm wondering in this bottom space if we just have this entire thing as the airlock and we have a door somehow between the upstairs and the downstairs, because there's really no need for air down here. We need to get out here to this unpressurized space. Maybe we could have a door out here for whatever reason, and then a door over here to get to the Tardy Grande. So none of this really needs to be pressurized. So yeah, let me think about this one. Okay, I also wanted to drill out the floor because I wasn't sure if I screwed myself, you know, like digging out the dirt longer than I needed to get to the plumbing, which looks like we're okay. Doesn't look like we have any deformed voxels, so that's good news. Which means we can just back the foundation up to here. I guess this didn't really take that long to grind that up and weld. It's just half slabs. I was thinking I needed to get the arms on the Lobster, but this isn't that bad. I'm just going to do it manually. All right, there we go. There's a redone foundation. I think that looks all right. And then we'd have our door. Maybe white, maybe orange. I don't really know yet. Then we probably cut off the same way, or maybe we'll leave that platform so we can carry it out here. Not really sure yet. Yeah, let's make it orange. I think that's probably the best option. I'm going to tear out all this catwalk and passageways and stuff because we don't really need them, or corridors. Don't really need them in our way at the moment until we decide how we're going to route this around and have these rooms flesh out. Alright, so we do have some piping right there, but that's fine. We could move it, actually we could move it right up in here. It could be up in that center column. Alright, there we go. The pipe climbs all the way up the wall here, and we can see it through the beam block, so that looks pretty cool. And then up on the top here is where I put the vent. That just comes right up that center column into the vent, and I still think we'll have some type of control tower up here, at least just like maybe flush with that, and we'll have like a cheap airlock coming out here. Alright, so what if we had a larger stairwell like this that we came up, and then maybe here is a door? Let's put a hatch right there across, and then basically we have a big room here. We got our stairwell from this side in our way now. Alright, I think I'm cooking on all cylinders here. I think what I want to do is do some type of half block. Yeah, I think something like this. Across. And then I think in the new update I saw some half block like pipework stuff, so hopefully we can have some decorations, but for now we'll just put in a slab. Alright, I'm rethinking it again here. Alright, what if we had the stairs here instead in the center? Or on this side, I'm not really sure, but I think that would help with the symmetry. Okay, so what if we had our catwalk there and our stairs up like this? We come right here to a door. That would work. Let's see, we get away with a hatch right here, so we have a little bit of a landing before we go down the stairs. We can put a railing right there, and then this can just be like corridor blocks. Alright, I think it's a start. I want to get some of this stuff welded up, because it's a little bit of a wireframe mess right now to be able to see. So let's get some stuff and get this welded up, and then we'll take a look at what we do with the rest of it. Alright, I think I've got it worked out. I still need to put some lighting in here, but basically we'll have this as one giant airlock. The vent is right here. This goes to our factory over here. This will go to the Tardi Grande eventually. Once we figure that one out, come up the stairs here, go to turn into our door into the pressurized space. It's kind of a funky layout in here, but I don't want to redo all my timers and event controllers, so that's going to stay. So we can come up here and get to our event controllers and go around, and then we can also come up here around to get upstairs to our control center. So I think that works out. Might be some more, greebling or something that I can do in the room, but I'm going to call that. I think it looks pretty good, and it's sealed, so that's really the most important part of it. Alright, let's figure out this Skybridge next here. I think we need to have some support for it. Thinking if we do something like this, how would this look? And then somehow we'd have to transition here. Guess those would just go like that, and then this would just be supports like that. Okay, and then if we carried it on the other side here. Well, now with those two support struts, I don't know that we need a center pillar. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, I think we'll just break it up here with some coloring, so it'll be 4, then 3, then 3, then 4, so it'll be a little bit weird, but I think that will look a lot better if we come across
inventory full
like that. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to look a lot better. Let me go ahead and get this all patched up. Alright, that looks really good. I like it. Okay, we're going to keep that. We still need to do something with this tower over here with a ball turret on it, but we can actually see and it's not stormy. Alright, well, it is nice and stormy and hard to see, and I'm kind of running out of time, so we will address this control tower another day, I think. But I think we got a lot of good progress here on our factory building. It's a big, giant orange box, but I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, I will see you guys next time.